It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, Charles, it feels like Lamar Miller's been around the NFL forever, but he's still just going to turn 28 in April. This past year, though, 973 rushing yards, good for 12th in the league.
And you know that he's capable of being a 1,000-yard runner year in and year out, save for some injuries and maybe utilizing the pass game a little bit more in Houston. 4.6 yards per carry is a healthy number, and that was his highest since 2014 when he was with the Miami Dolphins.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Down! Move 80!
Now Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, 85 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now it's Luck. Staying on his feet. The pass complete to Ryan Graham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Anybody watching?
Now a toss play. This is Mack. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, They come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. His first carry, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. And he's got his man, Hilton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, Luck almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. That is incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Back to throw, Luck. And that will be incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Adam Vinatieri, he just keeps doing it. I mean, you look back to Week 8, past Morgan Anderson becoming the NFL's all-time leading scorer. What a career it has been for him.
And not many kickers in the Hall of Fame, but Adam Vinatieri will join them in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's just a matter of when. And I'm wondering if he's accumulated enough to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I would say so, because it's not just longevity that's gotten him this record. Think about the kicks that he's made. The kick against Oakland in the snow, in the playoffs. How about the Super Bowl kick against the Rams when he was with the Patriots? How about with the Colts? Getting it done there and winning another Super Bowl. He's made so many big kicks that we can remember. He's one of those guys that I believe we should talk about being a first ballot Hall of Famer.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Say that right.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Hey,
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays. 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Back 22! Back 22!
he's got 3 people in the
On first down, it's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
What's up,
A gain of 6 there on first.
Night?
Hopkins this year over 1,000 yards again. 4th time that he's done that in 6 NFL seasons. He had 1,572 to be exact.
And that was second only to Atlanta's Julio Jones. And you have to think the return of Deshaun Watson to the quarterback position, taking all the starts this year, that had to help because we've seen DeAndre Hopkins have big seasons with multiple quarterbacks, but have that one consistent guy only elevates his play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson dancing to his left. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
CD, before this next drive gets going, the Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. 3rd year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the 3rd year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well again this year, so rain and cold. That hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. Quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes, it broke.
Yeah, indeed, it was Mahomes, the MVP of the offense. Jamal Adams, MVP of the defense in the 26-7 AFC victory. Here's Mack on the toss. A big play there for Indy.
I tried to turn the volume down on my TV. I don't know.
So a big play there running right. The DN couldn't get out. They couldn't stop him. It was the offense setting the edge and getting the big gain.
Yeah, essentially when you're the defensive end, when they talk about setting the edge so the offense has to bounce it one way or the other, instead that edge was actually rounded off by the offense and continued deep down the field.
This is Wilkins.
Oh, come on.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jordan Wilkins from 17 yards out. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Can you guys hear me? I'm trying to get you guys to like my live stream.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, as they get ready for this next drive, we shift our attention to a little Super Bowl conversation. The 3rd time that the Super Bowl, Charles, is going to be played in Atlanta, and the Patriots had 35,000 folks come out in Foxborough before departing for a little rally.
How about that? You would think that would be a fan base where it might be a little bit blasé about the whole thing because they seem to go just about every year, but they continue to use their rallying cry. They hate us because they ain't us. And as for the game itself, February the 3rd, I can't wait. I'll be there to call the game internationally one more time. Just remember, this game is 17 years to the day since Super Bowl 36. Get this whole Patriots thing kick-started. Literally. Adam Vinatieri with a game-winning field goal. Patriots beat the Rams 20-17. Same franchise, different city. They were in St. Louis then.
Is anybody still in here?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On first down, Watson in a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and they get the football. They'll set up shop.
Hey, Scully, appreciate the love, man. Give this stream a thumbs up for me.
There was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situation?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game. The Baltimore Colts being the New York Giants. Back in, what was it, 1959, 58, 59? That's when the NFL really came into prominence, and it was sudden death.
How come I can't see it?
The Colts got
and
the ball, they scored. No one talked about
how many likes does it have?
Exciting game.
Thumbs
As time
up.
went on, people started talking about fairness. So the overtime rule finally got changed. If you score first with a touchdown, the game's over. Otherwise, you keep playing. I think that's pretty cool. And in our 2 championship games this year, we had overtime in both. Tom Brady and the Patriots won the toss, went downfield, scored a touchdown, ball game. Drew Brees and the Saints won the coin toss, threw an interception. The Rams kicked the field goal and won. Defense still exists if you care to play it.
$4 yards on that last.
All right, I got 4 people in my live stream. That's the most I've ever had. Say what's up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love.
Oh, wide open.
That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron.
I'm paying attention to you guys and not paying attention to the game.
Are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
I lost a viewer. Hey, for the ones in here, y'all go show my boy some love. Scully's House of Thrillers. He has some good stuff coming up.
Vinatieri now for the point after. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And his throw is incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Hey, Scully, hey, like I said, man, go ahead and send me one of your books, and I would like to read up on it.
Losing to Indianapolis. That was the first time that 2 AFC South teams had actually met in the playoffs when they squared off with the Colts.
And think about how the 2 of them began the year. Houston began 0-3.
5 viewers. Say hello.
Yet they both finished so hot. The Colts down the stretch, 9-1 in their last 10. Houston 8-2, and end up meeting in the playoffs. And both of them ended up winning on the other team's home field. The Colts did it twice.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
I do in one of my
third quarter.
In one of my videos, the new video I just made, I got a description.
second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this.
It's on my newest video.
20. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Sir. Thank you very
Zach
much.
Cunningham with a pick. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation?
I got 5 viewers
reading,
and nobody
reacting,
speaking.
and then
What
the
is
ability
up?
to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
After the interception, here's Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Well, everybody, I'm glad y'all are here. Even though y'all ain't speaking, but just go ahead and give my video a thumbs up.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They begin the drive with Hines, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Carry, it's Wilkins, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Love. Got his hand complete over the middle. That's Doyle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets
Schoolie, you still in here?
Field now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Appreciate you, Schoolie. Looks like you're gonna stay through the whole game. Appreciate it.
Off of play action, Luck. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the quarterback.
Yeah, I love live streams too, man. It just sucks that I don't have that many people in it, but
is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
yeah, do it, bro. That would be cool. I'll be listening.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Long. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 4 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Schoolie, you are helping me get my 4,000 hours. Oh, sack that boy.
And he goes down. Brandon Dunn able to track him down for a loss of 13, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case,
that's where you from, Amsterdam? I've never been there.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about
what's up, old fellow 215 Gaming?
I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive.
You know I got to get this win since this is my first live stream.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a first down and not a touchdown.
Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set.
So I'm just curious, since you guys are watching the live stream, does that count for the watch time, 4,000 watch time?
Now a first down throw, Watson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole.
I've never been to Mississippi.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though...
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
I'm in Houston, Texas.
We talk about this more with basketball players and football
yeah,
players,
I thought live streaming does count. Can you look it up for me, Schoolie?
The interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Texans send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And
check for me, Schoolie, please.
A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is
hey,
small.
y'all got to root for my defense. I got to
operate
stop
within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll fake it. Now Love. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
So you're helping me get my 4,000 watch
but
hours.
That one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on instead.
Man, that's awesome, bro. I appreciate that. Thanks for looking it up for me.
There, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On 3rd down, Miller spinning past him. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting that run.
Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
He's back to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Down. Who waiting?
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
I'm celebrating that touchdown. Yes, sir.
Lamar Miller in the final minute. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in
Gotta
front
win
here
this
late,
first live stream.
You
Gotta do
rally
it.
your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle.
Now I gotta play defense for like 30 seconds.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Line of scrimmage again.
I'm gonna still play the game, but I'm gonna get off the live stream after this game.
Back to throw. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout.
I had 5
as the
people
clock stops
watching.
with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Yeah.
The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Desperation time for Luck on 4th down. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down.
Should I score some more points in 13 seconds?
Sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Let's score some more points.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's
Why not?
2nd and 12. Throwing now, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffin. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Watson. Hard throw, incomplete. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
Appreciate you, man, for watching the whole 40 minutes of this video, man. Appreciate it.
In your own home facility, no one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are...
All right, man.